I've been using Grok 4.6 for more than a week now. I had an early access, and after putting it to real daily use, I can say this with full confidence. Grok 4.6 is the most token efficient model out there. In this video, I'll show you how I built an entire Minecraft clone with it, how the benchmark actually looks in the 3D world, and how it compares to other popular models, both on the backend and on the front end. Let me show you first this Minecraft clone created by Grok 4.6. So we are here inside of our cave. This is our starting point. We are starting from the cave, not from the surface. On the surface we have enemies because this is Orcraft. And all these chests are actually working. So everything, like whole logic and everything is working inside of Orcraft right here. And we can go to the surface. There we have enemies and we have this axe that we can defend ourselves. And also with pickaxe we can do anything we want. So everything is basically the same like regular original Minecraft. And now we can go to the surface, so let's go there to meet some enemies and to kill some humans and dwarves. I have to admit it is a little bit hard to survive up there because there are many enemies. There they are. Okay, I killed some of those. There is a boar. Oh! And they killed me. Okay, so it is hard on the surface, and that one needs to be thought maybe a little bit more, but everything is completely working and everything was completely created by Grok 4.6. And in order to build a game like this, I'm going to show you my workflow, how am I doing it. So I'm starting from Grok build. This was specifically for this test. I'm not saying this is the best way to do this. I would probably use Fable in order to plan everything, but here I wanted to test out properly Grok 4.6. So I started here from Grok build. Then after that, I just said plan out. So here, planning, I said plan out the whole thing. We want a complete clone of Minecraft, but with the twist to start from a cave, and on surface we have enemies, humans and dwarves. So we are going here from Grok build to planning, and I always say plan out everything properly and put that plan inside of my Obsidian nodes. So here I'm going to put here nodes. It doesn't have to be Obsidian. I'm using Obsidian. If you're using Notion or whatever it is totally fine. So I'm going here to my nodes. I have my plan. I'm not using plan mode, so I'm telling Grok 4.6 to plan out everything and to put it inside of my nodes. And from there, I'm executing the whole thing. So how am I doing that properly then? After I'm using here a loop. So you could probably use also a goal, but here I use the loop because I wanted Grok 4.6 to point out everything that is missing inside of this game, and I wanted to be AFK. I was not doing literally anything, so my prompt was not even smart. I just said, literally like I told you, create a Minecraft clone with a twist, and it needs to start from a cave and not from the surface. And on the surface, we should have enemies. So based on that, Grok 4.6 here created the whole plan and everything that is needed. And after that, we have execution. And how are we doing that? I'm putting a loop. So here we are saying /loop. And I'm putting it 5. You can put it even more, but in this case it was 5. And I'm saying do everything until we have a complete clone of Minecraft with our twist, of course. And then next step is the morning. So we have here our morning and we have review what's actually happening, and here review. There you can see if you want to add something. For example, I added that axe that you saw here that I can use. So here we have this axe, we have this pickaxe and all those things. So, but everything else was added and it was thought of straight from Grok 4.6. And that is a very powerful combination because you're letting AI to actually think about all the things that you are creating, and it's just working just like that. Of course, I have to say that this is only a test. I created this game only out of fun and to test out Grok 4.6. How is it working? This is not the same if you're doing some production work, because this was just pushing everything to main and doing things in production, testing and all the things. So this is only for fun and for testing Grok 4.6. I want to show you my own 3D world benchmark called 4Elements. It's fully open source. You can find it on 4elements.dev. And here I'm putting always exactly the same prompt for every AI model. And as a result, it's returning this 3D thing with 4 elements. So we have here fire, air, water, and earth. So you're watching here Grok 4.5, and I want to point out how better it is now with Grok 4.6. So we are seeing here that 4.5 is really not that good, and it's really shining so much here, especially fire. You cannot almost see anything, but if we change to Grok 4.6, you can see really so much better result right here. Check out this earth. It is so better. We can see a jump right here in this 3D world, and it is really good to check out these benchmarks like this that are visual, so you can actually see the difference between models. Here we have fire, which is much better. We have also these stones and things, and here also water. Water is not that good, I have to admit. Air is okay-ish, of course. It still cannot compare to other models, like here we have Fable that killed probably everything. Check out this water and also the earth and everything. It is really good, but Grok, check out the time. For Fable 5, it took 16 minutes to build this. And for Grok 4.6, it was 4 minutes and 26 seconds. That is really crazy. I forgot here to add also the token consumption on this benchmark, but I'm definitely going to add that one as well, because Grok is definitely king of token consumption, and it is the most token efficient model, as I said, and we're going to talk about that later. So here we can see Opus 5. It took 47 minutes to build this. Yes, this is the best result that we have so far on this benchmark, but 47 minutes is really crazy. And I think that Grok 4.7 is going to be a killer on this benchmark, but we're going to see that in approximately 2 or 3 weeks. I want to show you how Grok 4.6 did in the design world. So here I have my real project called Shipper Club, and we have these lines, everything is squared, and you can get the idea about the design from this page right here. So this was created before, and Grok 4.6 obviously had already a context about this project, and there are also skills that are forcing AI to follow my branding and my design. And I wanted to create a completely new page. It's here Neon for the Neon partnership, and I said to Grok 4.6, we need to create a page about our partnership with Neon, and it created this. It followed everything exactly the same like it is on the landing page. Everything is squared, everything is working completely the same like on our landing page. And this one didn't cost, I don't know if it cost like $0.05 or something like that. And it was created in less than a minute, this complete page right here. So it also picked up the logo, and it was doing all the things for URLs and for everything. So everything was working with one prompt. And again, here I have my workflow already set up and the context and everything. So this was really an easy task. But again, I think that GPT 5.6 Sol would just ruin this, and it would create some really ugly design. But we can see that Grok 4.6 did really a good job. And for me, this is a good test for a model to create a complete page on already existing projects so we can see if it is capable of doing something like this. Now let's talk about backend, and I think that this Orcraft is really a good example. This is where Grok 4.6 really showed its token efficiency. I had it generate the entire core systems here, so chunk loading, unloading, this terrain generation, block system, everything, and I think that you'll never guess how much it costs to build an entire Minecraft clone game. It was $0.46. And I really couldn't believe it that I built this entire game for less than $1. And I'm really betting on Grok 4.7. Elon said here that Grok 4.7 is significantly better than 4.6 and should be ready in 3 to 4 weeks. Initial training is complete, and now we're adding a massive amount of SpaceX company data in supplemental training. This will be something special. If the SpaceX team manages to deliver an Opus 5 level model and better in Grok 4.7, they won't just compete, they're going to win the AI race.